All right, we should be live. I hope that YouTube live go live button takes forever. I've been streaming for like a minute now and the go live button literally just came up. But let me know if you could hear me. You should be able to. I did test my audio before. Let me say hi to some people who got in here first. Steve was the first one in, then Bloody was in. Tim, how are you? JSB. Let's see. And then, yeah, I need to get some new emotes. That's something in 2023 that I want to work on. The people who do memberships, like to kind of give them a reason to be a member. I mean, if you want to support me, you could become a member. But I should like include a couple other things. Kim from Barcelona. It's 25 Fahrenheit here. I don't know why my temperature is showing Fahrenheit, by the way. It's kind of weird. Bobby, good morning. John, how's it going? Frederick. Yes, this is the first live stream of 2023. Bruce, good morning. Michael. Mike A, good morning. Rich. Ali. Arden, how's it going? So I did put these new little... this is just my logo right here. For like if you become a member, it puts beside it. It originally had like just the normal placeholder that YouTube typically does. I need to get somebody to make me some graphics. Got Wire. J. Michael, how's it going? Alonzo, good morning. Create the Imaginable. David, Microchip. Learn Blue Iris. Everybody go subscribe to Learn Blue Iris. It is a Blue Iris channel. It's from Controlling Technologies. But even though that channel is not around anymore, it's a great channel to learn stuff from. Mike, good morning from Mexico. Be safe there. I've been seeing all the stuff going on down there. Pavlos, Quinn. Jeremy, Queen Bee. Everybody say hi to Chantel. Chantel is Queen Bee in the chat. Even though she doesn't have any pictures, she just has like Q. She needs to update that. Joseph, how's it going? From UT. Kevin from South Dakota. Sean, good morning. How's it going? Thanks for the site-to-site video. Thanks for the tip. It worked. Awesome. Zach, good morning. Moritz? Sorry if I messed that up. From the Netherlands. That's pretty far away. All the way from Queensville. Like Queensville, Ontario? Or are we talking somewhere else? Because Queensville, Ontario isn't far from me. Chantel says, hit the like button. Yes, we got 71 people here, 18 likes. From Bali, India, or Indonesia. That's far away. Z-Guy, how's it going? I'm just going to call you Club, or Rowan. Rowan, maybe? From Germany, good morning. You just set up your UDR. Awesome. From QB. No problem. The channel's great. I've been taking a look at it. Oh, you're from Queensville, huh? So yeah, you're not. I'm not going to give away my location, but you're definitely not far from me. We have a couple friends in Queensville, actually. Is it Queensville? Let me. I'm just going to pull up a map here. I might be thinking of something wrong, but. Am I thinking of something wrong here? Oh, no. No, I'm thinking of the right place. Interesting. Glenn, good morning from Nova Scotia. Lucian, how's it going? Hey, let's chat about graphics. My wife owns a marketing and content design business. Oh, yes, absolutely. I would like to keep it within people that I know. That would be cool. Frederick, hit the like button. Perfect. Thank you very much. We're up to like 29 likes now out of 76 people. Watching with your 4-year-old, so watch a 4-month-old. So typically we don't have bad words here because, yeah, not in YouTube anyway. Not that I don't, but morning, Stuart. So Stuart, when we were messaging back and forward with that LTE issue, I asked the client, I'm like, are you sure it's not the USG? Because they had one of those older USG 3s. Turned out to be the USG, so that's dead. From Greece. Awesome. That's far away. I unfortunately had to put it behind my ISP router so my VOD and guide won't work. Oh, that's not good. I tried setting the ISP router in bridge mode, but the UDR would not connect. So you might have to contact your ISP. It is really warm in here right now. Chantel, if you're still here, put the air on. Blast. You've got the like and sub from me. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. From Kuwait. Yep, that's definitely far. Cody not... Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I guess, yeah, 4-month-old, they probably wouldn't even be able to understand language anyway. Okay, so there's been quite a bit that's gone on. UniFi Connect, the title title of my live stream, UniFi Connect, new UniFi logo, and then upcoming job site. Excuse me. Albert, how's it going? Good morning. So UniFi Connect just came out, so that's cool. I gotta make sure that I'm not signed in because I don't want to show EA stuff. I did a video on the display cast. People were asking if we could do 4K videos on this. I don't think you can, but I haven't tried it yet. So I will upload a 4K video to, like, I'll sign into my Connect and then see if we could upload the 4K. I believe it's only 1080, and I'm surprised they don't show you under the product summary here. Another thing, with the, after I did my video, I realized with the Connect iOS app, when I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, so I'm on the same local network as my UDM, it won't connect until I disconnect from Wi-Fi. It's super strange. Let's see. See if they have it in the datasheet here. I don't think they would. No, it just shows the mount. So it does, it has 16 gigs of storage. But I'm pretty sure, well, you need to have a hard drive in your UDM. If you're using a UDM Pro, you have to have a hard drive. It will tell you you have to have a hard drive in there. I think of at least 128 gigs. The UDM SE, obviously, we have that SSD in it already. Let's see, where were we? But I do have a baby here, though. Awesome. Well, congrats on the new child. That's great. Oh, hopefully that answered it for you, Bruce. There. So you have to have a hard drive within your SE or your UDM Pro. Any timeline for the UDM Pro firmware update? I wish I had a timeline because once that comes out, I'm going to do another video on it, and that's what I've been waiting for. Hopefully it comes out soon. I know it was in EA. I can't talk about any of it, unfortunately. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. You have low resolution. Well, I haven't dropped any frames. Just, I know sometimes when I'm on YouTube, it does drop it automatically. You'd like to get a hold of a 24-port 10 gigabit switch. Are you talking about like a RJ45? Let's see here. What do they have that's 10 gig? The Enterprise XG? I think this one right here. There you go. This is the model number you would need. And you're going to be paying quite a bit for it. $1,200 bucks. 1,200 US, depending where you live in the world. I'm using my console IP as my primary DNS and quad 1 for my secondary. Do you see any issues? No. The thing that's going to happen if you're using your primary as your console IP, that will probably just be using your ISP DNS. I might do it the other way around. Use like, you know, quad 1 for your primary. Still waiting on version 3 for UDM Pro. Yeah, hopefully that comes out this year. I think it will be. From what I heard or seen, it seems to have went well, and that's pretty much all I could say. Do you do a ton of point-to-point setups? No, I do not. I've done a couple videos with the point-to-point stuff just because I had them. I bought them. I had the building-to-building bridges. Ubiquiti sent me those, and I really just sent them up in this office. What did I do? I think I did a video on... I've been watching a lot of React videos lately. Oh, and there's Learn Blue Iris. Go subscribe to that. I don't know why I can't get into my studio. There we go. What was it? Gigabeam? Gigabeam? Have I not done that? Maybe it's point to point. Point to point, point to point. Oh God, my thumbnail. I think this was it. So I set this up. I set one up in my backyard, and then I set up on this camera stand. I set the other one up in my front yard. I mean, there really was no point to it, but just to show, you know, some of the setup, and that was it. PM, good morning. How's it going? Quick Tech, how's it going? That's another person you should go subscribe to. There's a lot of people in here who do make some content. It's great. Oh, it was on your side? Yeah, sometimes it happens. I mean, I get it all the time, especially when I'm watching Twitch, it drops resolution. Let's see. Do you have any device or any talk devices for sale at the moment? No. So it's not available in Canada. I don't know if you're from Canada or not, but it's not available here yet. I did order some through, I was using a freight forwarder and it's not working for me anymore. So I won't be able to order things through the States anymore, which kind of sucks. Because I was ordering quite a bit. But anyway, since you mentioned talk, I think that it'll probably get a couple people wound up here, I'm sure. So they released, if you didn't see my last video on UniFi updates, they released 2 new phones. I mean, the phones are exactly the same. There's no difference. The one difference, you need, like with this phone touch, this is a locked phone. So this phone must be assigned to a user with an active personal UniFi Talk phone number and have an internet connection to function. So this price was the normal price of what we would buy the phone touch at, $79. Great. I mean, that price is awesome. This too, phone touch max, $129. But now these are the locked phones. So if you want a phone that doesn't or has a shared number, you have to pay $299 now, which is quite a bit extra. So this unlocked model can be assigned to a user that shares a phone number with a group. I don't know why they did that. Like inflation's one thing. Are these phones pricey? Probably. Like compared to some Grandstream stuff. Let's see. Grandstream phones. Like these phones though, they could do video calling. They could do quite a bit. Oops. Oh, you know what? This won't show the price, will it? Okay, let's say like something like this. Let me go to my Amazon and sign out for a second. I don't think Chantel turned on the air conditioning. Okay, so this is the Grandstream GXV 3380. Okay, so it's not showing me a price. Let's see all buying options. Okay, so I mean, it's not far off. The Grandstream probably can do quite a bit more than the Ubiquiti stuff, as the Ubiquiti is still, they're still working on it. But this is, $499 for this phone. And this is US, by the way. And then you go here and it's $299. So it's still half off pretty much, but they did raise the price like 300% on it. We could show that. So yes, everybody help Learn Blue Iris get to 100 subs. He's only 7 away. He was at, I forget, what were you at when you did Conjoling Tech? Like, forget, 15,000, 16,000? Andrew, how's it going? Good morning. Let's see. Have you set up Bell Fiber with the UDM Pro? So mine's just going through their home hub right now. What is the best transceiver to use for the UDM-SE for 1 gigabit for pulling RJ45 cable into the adapter? Just a, so it's an RJ45? Just an RJ45 adapter here, SOP. You could just buy this one, and then if you ever upgrade speeds, come on. I'll put that in the chat. That's probably the one I'd go with. All right, where are we? Robert, good morning. How's it going? What is Unifi Connect? I'm having a hard time trying to figure it out. So it's a digital signage platform right now. So all this is right here, that only plugs into the back of any screen that has HDMI out. And then you could load your digital signage to it. There's no monthly subscription. I don't do a whole lot, or I don't do any digital signage. Just give me a sec here. My face is really red. Let's turn the saturation down. There we go. I don't do any digital signage at all, so I don't know if that's expensive. People did comment on the video saying that it's kind of priced, right, and then there's no subscription fees. What's going to be better is when these come out, even though that's fairly expensive. So these are coming soon. But what these screens will do, these screens will be digital signage. You'll be able to view your Protect cameras, and then eventually you'll be able to control lighting. For Ubiquiti used to have LED panels, and they're going to have the same thing. Where the heck are we? I'm an admin for several domains trying to make it work on one Synology NAS and a Dream Machine. That would be interesting. Yeah, you probably don't want to use the your ISP's DNS. I mean, you can. It's nothing really wrong with it, but I've been looking into Next DNS, and I'm going to try it out. Yeah, my forwarding didn't work. I can't really say the word. It's something to do. Well, I know what the word is, but I don't want to say it on YouTube. It's just just some things that I have a couple phones, but they're already spoken for. A Unifi Connect is an information sharing system. Playing videos could be for advertising. I think hopefully they have some I believe you could load some Android apps into it as well, and then you can have websites loaded on it. You can't do that on the Connect display though. Or sorry, not the display cast. So these things, where did I put it? So, I mean, I have two of these. I'll probably never use them at home. There's really no point. The thing that I was thinking that would be good is if UniFi Protect could cast over this. So over the last year and a half in the United States anyway, and Canada, we haven't had any viewports in stock. Viewports are what we use to view our Protect cameras on a display. The last 3 days, viewports have been in stock. They've been coming in stock every single morning. So obviously they're not discontinuing those, and they'll still allow you. I mean, they probably will never load Protect on here. I wish they would, because it would be great. And the price point's the same. I think the Connect or the viewport is the same price. Yeah, it's $199. It's sold out again, but that's, think it would be. I usually use Quad 1 and Quad 9, but I might move to Next DNS just for, we'll see. It's not, Next DNS isn't priced too badly, and it does quite a bit. I think that's what it's called, Next DNS. So let's see the pricing on it. So you could do free 300,000 queries per month, or you pay unlimited for $27 a year, which is like nothing. What this will do, it will malicious sites, it will block that out, and you could do some content filtering and things like that. I need to dig into it a little bit deeper. But even for that, to do content filtering for $279 a year for a company isn't bad. This is for every 50 employees, but that's pretty cheap, reasonable anyway. Compare it combined with your firewall, I think it would be a great solution. Sean, how's it going? Good morning. I don't know if I said hi to you. Let's see. Yes, Viewport was in stock today. Was looking for the non-Max device. Yeah, I only have one of their white phones, and I think that's it. Chantel is trying to cook me. She likes the heat. I like the cold. Just picked up a Grand Stream. Let's see. For $188. These are Amazon prices too, so sometimes they're not the best prices. Is that let's do that. Oh, that's it here. Okay. All right. Well, that's so this one's $295. You would have got it probably from a distributor, I would think, maybe. That's not bad. The thing that I really like about the Ubiquiti phones, obviously I'm a Ubiquiti fanboy, so we all know that. But the thing that I like is we could view our Protect cameras on it as well. And we'll be able to do other things in the future. If you have your UniFi UID connected to your phone, if somebody rings a doorbell from UniFi Access, you could let them in. Biggie Smalls, how's it going? My thanks for the UniFi video is really helpful. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Can UniFi phones be used as one-to-one ring down? I don't want it to make external calls. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. 1600 on cajoling when I deleted it. Now I'm in the 90s. It's so, like, I've tried to start other channels, like my YouTube channel. I tried to do like a Mac Telecom Shorts and then just kind of deleted that, and I'm putting shorts back on this channel. It's hard to, it's kind of hard to start off for sure. Your bosses don't like subscriptions. I don't think a lot of people like subscriptions, but if you're trying to do like, you know, website filtering and stuff like that, you'll probably have to get a subscription of some sort. Z guy, I can't talk about that because the G5 is in EA. It is. It's not as pricey as dedicated signage systems available. Certainly in the. Okay, so that's good. So I have. Excuse me. I don't know if I could really show this, but I'll just show it quickly. So I have one of them, but so I bought that one in early access. Anyway. That one, they did a revision to the screens, so I can't use that. I can't do a video on it. So that really sucks. That's a waste of like $500 right there. Let's see. A good thing you can make multiple networks, and Synology has multiple ports. Yes, well, you can make like a trunk port in Synology and then separate it through VLANs and do firewall rules within Synology. Free port forwarding. Ooh. I was going to try to figure out a new service. I'm going to look into that. Thank you for that. I don't want to bring up... Let me just do a normal notepad. Notepad. I don't want to do ++. I got too much stuff in there. I don't want to show anything. Will you be doing a video on NextDNS? I don't know. I didn't think about that, but I guess I could. Yeah, I definitely could. I need to test it for quite a while, though, before I do a video on it. How can I best network my home? It's 4,000 square foot, brick home with no attic. Any suggestions? Oh, Lord. No attic space. Do you have cabling run in your house already? That's what I was thinking. You probably would have got yours from Streakwave. We don't have Streakwaves in Canada. You guys want to hit that like button? We're 44 likes, 100 people. Safe DNS is good and cheap DNS content. So what did I use? I just did a video. I think it was dnsfilter.com maybe. Gene, how's it going? Good morning. Don, how's it going? Hope all is well with you and you've been keeping busy. I think I'm in Oshawa. I think I'm in Oshawa this week, maybe. I forget. Yeah, DNS is pretty important. I have a DM at home. Would you say the firewall functionality is good? Yes, absolutely. Christopher, good morning. For IoT guest VLANs, I use clean browsing DNS. There's just so many different programs out there that you could use. Like, it would be impossible for somebody to test them all. You kind of just have to go with one and you know, stick with it. Oh, yeah. You could, yes, you could set phones local. Yep. You don't need to have them external. There's an option within UniFi Talk where I will be doing a full UniFi Talk video series once it releases in Canada. Because they've made tons of changes since my initial video. So I'm really looking forward to it. Talking about Synology NAS, my active backup for business have been failing for 2 days. That's not good. May want to check into why that's happening. I have active backup for business running on this machine. It works great. I mean, I haven't had issues with it. ConnectCast does not support portrait mode, which is used in some menu signage. Need more people to request. Does it not? So I was just looking through the forums. I didn't test if it worked in portrait mode or not. And I thought people said it did, but if you're saying that it doesn't, then yeah. Okay, so if you don't have cables run through your house, you're gonna need that. Especially at 4,000 square feet. No attic space. How the heck would you do that? You'll have to find a place where you could put a rack. You may have to cut into some drywall to get some cables run. One really good tool is UniFi Design Center for designing. Ubiquiti has like great tools for getting network started, and that's this right here, UniFi Design Center. I would start with that if you have a floor plan of your house. If you don't, kind of sketch it out, and then you could kind of get a good understanding of what you'll need in your house to give yourself, you know, maximum coverage. Cloudflare, yeah. Yeah, Cloudflare, a lot of people have been talking about those Cloudflare tunnels. For roadwork, I run Kali Linux as an operating system. I don't use Linux at all. I was thinking about putting Pop! OS on a virtual machine and kind of learning it. I just don't. I see everybody, like Tom uses Linux. Who else tried to go to Linux? Ray Dowell tried to do Linux. I think he did a video on it. I think Willie Howe went over to Linux and he's having some issues with like his Stream Deck. I don't need to run into those issues. I got enough to worry about. I need to make sure my setup works for me. I could do my work and I can make my videos and I'm good. It would be cool to learn. I just don't have enough time, I don't think, in the day. I want to learn other things. Like I want to learn more networking things. I want to learn more guitar, build my Lego, do that type of stuff. I use no IP for $25 a year for dynamic. Yes, I've heard no IP is not bad. I've heard of those, EtherCap or whatever, Net Discovery, yep. What is UniFi OS 2.0? So that is, right now, the UDM Pros, they're at UniFi OS 1.0. That's what they were released on. The UDM SEs are at 3. So the next step for the UDM Pros are to get to the 2.0, and then after that, 2.5, and then 3.0. Do sound detection. They do not do sound detections. Any word when it will come to Canada? I don't. What are you talking about? Are you talking about... Oh, you could do external cabling. I didn't think of that. Yeah. Are you talking about ConnectCast? ConnectCast, I'm not too sure. The problem... I really wish all the stores were kind of in sync where they legally could, because we should be able to have ConnectCast here. We should be able to have UniFi Talk. I don't know. It drives me nuts. Yeah, Design Center is great. Design Center is amazing. I use it. I mean, it's not a true heat scan, but it gives you an idea. Ollie, how's it going? Good to see you. What do you use in RPI? So my Raspberry Pis, I did have them in, what the heck? I had it as Pi holes. I'm not running them right now, though. I have like 4 Raspberry Pis. I got to figure out a project to do with it. What I was going to do, actually, you kind of see it there. See the Mario Lego? So that's just a TV, and then it has like a little, the NES there. I was going to get a screen and put the screen in there, replace all that Lego, put a real screen, and then put a RetroPie in the Lego. I think that would be a fun project to do. I don't know the heat though. Like, would the heat kill the bricks? The Lego bricks? We'd have to see. Oh, really? Synology recently added active backup business for Mac OS. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, everybody go check out Tony's channel for that. That will be great. I don't know if I don't think I've done a video on active backup. Leonard, how's it going? Have a question. How much wattage do you... I have no... That's a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. Can I sign in here without showing anything? The last time I did a live stream, I did expose something. And then I had to mask it out afterwards. Let me see. Does this show me the PDU? Right now... It's kind of off because my PDU goes into my UPS as well, but it's showing that I'm using 272 watts currently. Yeah. It could be a CRTC issue. I believe UniFi Talk is coming to Canada next, and then it's going to the EU. I had a Lego guitar and I smashed it. Learn Blue Iris, thank you for the $5, the $6.75 Canadian. That is amazing. That will pay for, we're going out today. I can't say what because Chantel doesn't know. But that will pay for something there. So that's great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And no problem, Steve. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I love doing these live streams. I love doing my videos. It's a good time. That chances are using, oh yes, so they do use Linux on Raspberry Pi. Yep. Do you have a video between the differences between the G3 and G4? Any information on G5 cameras? So there are G5 cameras coming. They're in early access. I don't really have a specific video on the differences. I could tell you one that's major. The G4 cameras have smart detections, whereas the G3 don't. Currently. Well, the G3 will never have smart detections, ever. Make a Lego fan. That would be nice. Cool down this room. UniFi Talk is cool, but 3CX is cooler. I looked into 3CX. I didn't like it. But, you know, I just want something simple where I can manage it from home, like if I have customers. I don't know. Everything built into one. I like that idea. Some people don't like that. Okay, so everything built in one, you're throwing all your eggs in one basket. But, you know, at the same time, when they do come out with this, the virtual router redundancy for the PDU Pro, then we could throw in a secondary UDM Pro, UDM SE, whatever. And then if it fails, right? And it will just pass over. I wish they would have designed this better. Okay, so you have your PDU Pro. You have two UDM SEs connecting to it. You have your internet connections going into this. Why would you only make it one power supply? Like, why? Why wouldn't you put on, even if you weren't doing it like if you were doing the proprietary RPS plug thing, make it two power supplies. If this thing fails, you're in trouble. And mine didn't fail, but I plugged my vacuum into it. That was a bad mistake. And it shut down my whole rack. Thank you for the $2. That is, it's more because it's, I think that's US. I'm not too sure. Add a small fries. I will add a small fries. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Where were we here? It probably has to do with government regulations and meeting those, hence the delay. Yeah, so I tried to get them in contact with VOIP.MS. I know Twilio is the back end of UniFi Talk right now. I don't know whatever happened with that. They're, you know, who knows. Ali, hello from France. How's it going? Is UniFi 3.0 released for the production? Yes, it is. Yeah. For the UDM SEs, I think the UDR has it as well. I'm playing with MQTT and Home Assistant, sending temperature readings to my home. So I wanted to put Home Assistant on my Pi. People are telling me to put it in a VM. I don't really have a server. I guess I could put it in a VM on my Synology. I do have the Protectly that I could use as like a hypervisor or as a server, I guess. Any alternative to display Protect on TV beside the viewport? Have 48 cameras on my company. Wow. So the viewports, depending where you live, have been coming in stock the last 3 days in the United States. The alternatives, Apple TV, Chromecast, NVIDIA Shield. I do have a UPS. It's a CyberPower UPS. I forget the exact model. Did Learn Blue? Oh, here we go. Yes, everybody liked the stream too. He said, thanks for all the content. I must have skipped that. You like free PBX. I think that's what Crosstalk uses. I watched a couple of Crosstalk's videos on free PBX. It looks good. If I wasn't using UniFi Talk, I'm going to GrandStream. You use 3CX now. I really like it. Takes a bit to get used to, but works great. Oh, cool. Tony, thank you so much. Okay, so for the great content and whatever you're doing today, thank you very much. I really appreciate all the support. Why would you plug in a 10 or 12 amp vacuum? I wasn't thinking. So I'm like, our basement isn't finished, so there's not really any power plugs down there. So we have carpets, we have a couch, we have TV and all that. So I still need to vacuum. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's a quick, thing that I could connect to. Shut everything down. Anyway, it wasn't, it's my house. I didn't really care. So I do have a UDR that I need to bring over to my dad's and install a doorbell. And then for my mom, I did show a little video, I think. Which one? Just go to TikTok. It's easier. If it's going to open. Oh, God. I just don't want sounds going off. Please don't go off sounds. It's so funny how TikTok works. So they do shadow banning. Like if you put the word YouTube, like that's only 7. I put it in here. 1,600. Maybe some people generally like they didn't want to watch the video, but that's very rare that it gets that low of views. The sound might go off on here, so let's just
setting up a small network rack.
Yep. So this is what I'm going to bring to my mom's. I may have to get her a different rack. I'll show you the rack that I'm going to be installing on Tuesday, not at my mom's, at another business. But what we're going to do at her house, I'm going to outfit them with full Wi-Fi throughout their house, throughout their outdoor property, because they have like this little tiki hut on the outside. And then I'm going to put cameras everywhere. So that will be done in a video, and I think it'll be fun. I kind of want to wait till summertime because it's snowing right now in Canada and it's cold. And I don't want to go into the attic when it's cold. PDU Pro needs 10. Yes, it does need 10 gigs. So it only has a 1 gig interface, which it's so odd that they did that. I'm going to assume they're going to come out with like a smart PDU enterprise or something like that. Your home assistant is on a VM. So I don't do like barely any server work at all, but I wouldn't mind getting a server for my lab. It's just, one, I don't want to spend a crazy ton of money, and two, I want it to somewhat be low power. I'll be looking at free PBX and no IP for services. Yes, another reason to like this stream. There's just so much in technology. You kind of have to, and I'm very bad at it. Like I don't focus well. So you need to focus in one area, learn it, and then kind of move on. That's why UniFi, like I just love UniFi. So I do all the videos on it. I keep getting, people think I'm endorsed or sponsored by them. I am not. They've never paid me for a video. I've never had a sponsorship ever on this channel. When companies send you things, that's not a sponsorship in my eyes. I'm testing it out. I'm taking my time, and then I may or may not do a video on it. That pays for itself. Switched from FreePBX to the GrandStream UCM 6302 2 years ago. So I have, oh, it's right here. Interesting. Ooh, it's a little dusty, but which one is, whoops, I shouldn't show them serial. Oh God, that is very dusty. This is the 6301. That is so dusty. I gotta dust in here. I was planning on redeploying this and just doing some more testing with it. I like the interface, it's great. That's a good idea. I think somebody said that in the last live stream. Give my mom the dream wall. I might do that. But I have to wait until that comes out. That is a great idea. Let's see, where were we? I wanted to like Home Assistant, but had a lot of issues running it. I think it takes a lot to get into. There are a lot of people who do great videos on Home Assistant, and I won't be posting any videos on it. The super chat train has started. Maybe your whole meal. I didn't even think about food. Yeah, he uses, I think, like, what I understand, most of his business, or the majority of his business, is based off of phone systems. I know he does network consulting and all that as well. Android smart TVs like Sony have a UniFi Protect app on Google Play. It's not totally functional, but shows Protect cameras on your TV. I use it at home for my Doorbell Pro. Oh, nice. So I have the Google Chromecast in my living room. We have, I forget how many cameras I have. 12? Something like that. It doesn't work. It works okay, but it doesn't work nearly as well as the viewport. Roger, thank you so much for the 20. Oh my Lord. For the content and the knowledge you share, I love your viewer submissions and need to finish mine to set up. So I've been kind of holding back on viewer submissions for a little bit. I think we'll start them up again in a few months. So hopefully that gives you some time to submit. I'll probably put another tweet out or a YouTube community thing when I'm going to do a new one. Gen 8 HP servers are pretty cheap on eBay. I've never used eBay ever in my life. Well, so this is what I have. Protectly, I mean, it's not a, I don't know. Protectly, they sent me a couple of their devices. These are meant for more firewall appliances. Like you could load OpenSense on it. You could load, what else can you do? I don't know. It's taking too long. You know what? It's taking too long. You could load OpenSense. You could load pfSense. You could load hypervisors. I think you could put VMware on there now too. You're going to see them in July. I am going to see Blink twice in whenever they're coming to Toronto. I bought for both days. Very expensive, but I think it will be worth it. I hope it's worth it. I've already seen Blink, I think 4 or 5 times. What access point model would you go with for doing a deployment at a 12,000 square? You'd have to do many. Probably the U6 Pros though. I like the U6 Pros. I'm running HA along with the Minecraft server on a small Lenovo M93 tiny computer that I picked up. Huh. Like, I wouldn't be doing much with it. I would be putting maybe a Home Assistant server on it, and that's it. Don't spam the chat, Caesar, but yes, I do try to read most, if not all, messages. Is it possible to SIP trunk between UniFi Talk versus Yaystar GSM gateway? I have no idea. I have no clue. Like UniFi Talk can have third-party SIP providers, but you have to, it has certain fields that you need to put in. I did a video on UniFi with VOIP.MS. Should I ditch MikroTik for a UDM Pro? Maybe. If you don't like MikroTik anymore, if it's not working for you, I know that it's more difficult to set up than the UDM Pros for sure. Doesn't he have an issue now with FreePX? I don't know. That's a good thing. I'm not too sure. The UDW is the best for residential installs. Have one in our Tampa house, waiting for the UDW Pro to install in our new build in Cabo. I was thinking that the Pro would have been out by now. Let's see. Yeah, so I was looking through, I don't know if I want to show Tom's tweets. I don't even know if I could go on Twitter. Problem with sometimes opening these pages, it brings up my DMs, and I definitely don't want to show those. Tom, I'm pretty sure they were, actually. I know Willie's used quite a bit of the Protectly stuff. Oh yeah, he did too. So Tom has, so another one of the died. No beep, no post, just a green light. Okay. So these are these small little Protectly boxes, I guess. Yeah, so it's a 4-port. FW4A. I almost wonder, like, he should be able to get a warranty of some sort, unless they're out of warranty now. Mine have been sitting not powered up for quite a while. Save My Server has decent. Okay. Well, I'm going to look into something because I wouldn't mind getting, you know, more into some of that stuff. There we go. Let's bring that up. No problem if you've been busy. I understand people have lives outside of me. Sadly, just joking. I will only be on here probably another 15 to 20 minutes just because I got to go somewhere today. So ask questions. We will stay on until I have to go though. Nicholas, sorry, I only speak English. Oh, Chris from Crosstalk shut down his VoIP service. He did a video on it, on the Stir Shaken. I think that was, I don't know if that was for a free PBX related or it just wasn't. Yeah, it was Stir Shaken. It probably wasn't making them much, so it wasn't worth it either to, you know, comply with all the laws. Any updated hardware coming from UniFi? I'm considering to upgrade my home network to the DM-SE. So there isn't, as far as routing, that I know of, there isn't. It would be so nice if they came out with a UDM Enterprise. They did have an FCC filing for something that I can't talk about that kind of sounded cool as well. That's where you get all your servers from. Okay, cool. Tim, you as well. Good news, probably going to get that 10 by 10, 80% of the house. Wow. That's crazy. I have 3 by 3 and then 1 by 1. So that's a whole different, that's the Equa, I always mess up the name. That is a whole different, you're in a whole different, I haven't used it personally myself, but I know people who use it. And like, that's different. Like you're going on site, you're doing, you know, you could do predictive heat maps or whatever, but you're actually doing heat maps after the job's done as well. But I think this is like $15,000, right? So if you're just planning, if you're just getting into business or you're doing it for your house, there's no need to spend this money. If you get somebody to do a heat map scan for you, they're charging about $4,000, at least $4,000. I would like to, I emailed them to try to get one. I would like to buy one of these, but I don't know. So expensive. So there's a couple other things like this. Let me just bring it up here. NetAlley. I did a video, but I didn't do it on the Wi-Fi heat map stuff. So NetAlley sent me this before. So the Etherscope NXG, this is about 10 grand as well. But it does Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E. Really, the back end of this is just Android. They do have this. What other one is it? This is new. So this is just for Wi-Fi. Their air checker. I think this is about $3,000 US. So if you didn't want the NetAlley Etherscope, which is 10 grand, but the good thing about this, if you pay 10 grand, you get to do cable tests as well, fiber and copper. So it depends what you do. Where was I? Yes, the crowd is great. Did you ever do a video comparing Netgate 6100 and the UDM Pro? Would love to see that. Not a comparison video. I do have a Netgate 6100. I was using it for a bit and then I switched back. I can't talk about the Pocket key fob, but I think it looks pretty cool. I was trying to get them, but my freight forwarder isn't working. Ubiquiti is sending me a bunch of stuff, I believe. I've been talking to them off and on things that I want. So I should probably make a list and add that to it. Do you know the release of the PDO Pro? I do not. I do not know that. Trend Networks do some interesting... Trend Networks. Is it Trend who I was thinking of before? Trend Networks. Yes. My uncle has this. Or he had it. He retired. I think he still has it. But his only does 1 gig. Oh, it's by Ideal now. Oh, okay. His only does 1 gig. I know that most of the people in this technology community, I think this is what they're moving to. They're moving away from Fluke and going with Trend, I think. Could be wrong on that. Synology Virtual Machine Manager is a great way to get started with virtualization. I started playing with VMs on Synology. Moving to an actual server soon, it's been great. Yeah, I mean, I have used the virtual manager or virtual machine manager. It does work well. What else? When I was in Enterprise, I used to build out clusters of VMs, but I was doing more of the infrastructure side, like the Cisco UCS servers or Fabric interconnects. I started doing my VM, what was it, VCP 6 or something like that, and then I kind of just fell off. I was too busy building out the physical stuff. The 1621 Access Plus does support VMM. Practical IT with Jeremy, how's it going? I know you are doing a live stream today. You have the VVD2 Pro. PVT2 Pro. Will that show up? Is this it? No, that's not it. I think my uncle, he has a Signal Tech, but not the 10G. These are probably about 10 grand too, though. Like, none of these network tools are cheap. I currently run the Netgate 6100 as my firewall router, but I've been tempted to go full. It's just nice seeing everything in one pane. I have a customer who they wanted Netgate, so we went with the, they wanted high availability. We ended up not setting it up anyway. He just has a 6100 sitting there as a hot or a cold spare. I do not use a CRM, no. Nope. I probably should get more into automating the business side of things because it's, yeah, I don't do any of that. Like, I get my inbound. I did a video. If you guys are interested of what I made on YouTube, either you watch it on TikTok, you could watch it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the bigger version of it. So Lawrence Systems did one, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I think people are interested what you make off YouTube in, throughout the year. The heck I don't even know how to show it. Oh, when I had facial hair. Where the heck? I don't know. Go to my LinkedIn. It's in the description if you want to watch that. So what I do for my leads, I don't know if this is even relevant, but my leads come in through YouTube, and then people go to my website, they click the hire us button, and then they fill out the form. I probably should get more automated. I know Tom uses a system called BookMe, and then I think they use, the heck is that program? Stripe? Because right now, like, everything I do, every time I send an invoice, like, it's all manual. If I connected it with Stripe and then BookMe together, automated that would make my life so much easier. Let's see. I think yours costs about 300. Okay, so it's probably, it's probably just a, what do I have? I have what do I have? NetAlley Link Runner 2000. And this was about 1,500 to 2 grand, I think. It works. I mean, it works well. It's getting older. I think these models are like 10 years old now. It still works. It tests copper and fiber at 1 gig. The one I'm Fluke Link IQ, which I still haven't done a video on. This video will be coming. I really like this. Like, I think it works very well. The screen is quick. The testings don't take super long. You could see what ports you're plugged into. You could see the VLANs, blah, 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 blah. Like the PoE class, TCP, IP. There's quite a bit you could do with it, but it's around the same price. Frederick, thank you for the senior network admin membership. Appreciate it. Let's see. What do you think about the LastPass stuff? Do you use a password manager? I use Bitwarden. Yes. I think it's unlucky. I don't really get too much into that stuff. There's other creators who do, who are far more knowledgeable at that stuff. Like I think Chris Crosstalk and Lawrence Systems did a video on it. One of the best CRMs around is Odoo, especially when you work with SAP and VMS. Yeah, like, I don't know. I need to automate some stuff. If you watch that video that I was telling you about what I made, like, how can I do this? What I made on YouTube. So we had, I forget, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Inbound leads last year was about 630 leads, and I converted those to clients, about 590 of them, something like that. But that was none of it was automated. Probably saved me a lot of time. And so those are leads coming through my website. And then I have like people just randomly email me and, word of mouth and all that stuff. All right, what time is it? Okay, we will stay on another 10 minutes. Close that. Close that. What else was I going to talk about? There is something else here. Oh, we didn't even talk about any of this stuff besides the UniFi Connect. Not that this is really crazy, but the Ubiquity logo, I mean, it's different. I like it. Some people don't like it though. And then youtube.com. Let's see. Now at the top, it's showing these access points with the new logo. So we'll start seeing those probably roll out soon. What else was I talking about? Oh, upcoming job site. What was I doing here? NSI SafeCam. NSI SafeCam? I think that's what they're called. Yes. So I bid on this job to do cameras. I think it was like, at the time we were going to do about 30 cameras, but now it's 20. The customer bought all the stuff. They bought all the gear, which is great because I don't really charge on top anyway. So they ended up buying 20 G4s. What we're going to end up doing, and I'm allowed to film. So I'm going to job site on Tuesday. What I'll end up doing, it's just a rip and replace. They have IP cameras in place right now and they want to get rid of them. So I'm just going to rip them down, put them up. We're not putting on any special back boxes. They already have some. We're not running any cabling. It literally is taking the cameras down, putting new ones up, and then cleaning up the network room because it's a mess. So I'm going to just use this little guy. It's an little 8U. I don't even know who makes it, to be honest with you. I had one of these. I've installed quite a few of these actually, and they work really well. The price point is on and the metal is solid. So that is going to be a fun day. Hopefully, I'm hoping I get it done one day. We'll see. But that's a video that will be coming up shortly. Your G4 Doorbell Pro, did you integrate the fingerprint for something? No, you can't. So that's going to be hopefully in a firmware update when they release this smart door lock. I will check that out. I will definitely check that out. Yeah, I think a lot of people like to see the on-site jobs. I know when I'm looking at content, I like to watch people who are physically doing the installs rather than just sitting and doing config all the time. I mean, it's hard because a lot of companies don't let you film, but this place is. So I may not be filming most of the outdoor installs of the camera just because it's going to be fairly cold. Yes, I'm able to film that one. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I don't know. So what I was bidding against another person and it was kind of back and forth. They kept telling me their prices and my prices. And I'm like, whatever, this is my price. Just go with it. If you want to go with it, go with it. I wasn't going to add a UDMSE because they don't have any, they're only using it for cameras. Anyway, they wanted the firewall. So we'll be putting in some firewall rules and stuff like that, but there's no Wi-Fi at all. So it'll just be the UDMSE, a UMVR, just a standard one, and a 24-port Pro switch. Did Fiber? Oh, okay. So talking about installs and network cleanups, have you heard if Fiber Ninja will be uploading content? I have no idea. I used to watch him quite a bit, and I think some things happened in his life and he had to stop doing it. Let's see. And the thing with this video, like when I'm doing installs, sometimes like my brother, I would contract him out, but he works full time somewhere else. So all these installs I do myself. I have a 200 and 250 plus cable job coming up, plus cameras, plus network. So that's going to be fun. We've gotten an influx in camera jobs. Been doing about 30 to 40 cameras every 2 weeks. That's awesome. That's actually really good. My problem is getting cameras right now. Where do I go? TDL Canada. They seem to have quite a bit in stock right now. G4 Bullet. Or do they? Yes, they do. Oh, it's just showing in stock. Oh, there we go. So they got 100, 158, 200 throughout their warehouses, which is okay. They have a bunch of switches. They got, I wonder if they have UDMSEs. That's weird. They sell watches. Unified Dream Machine. Oh, they do have it in stock. The thing is, they charge a couple dollars extra. I'm not too sure, like if I signed in, it would show me a price. But if you need the gear for your client, they'll pay the extra 20 bucks or whatever. Oh, you use LTS. Nice. I've heard of LTS before. I built a service coded from scratch that sends you an email as soon as Blue Iris release. Oh, that's cool. I definitely don't have that. I don't code anything. I can't talk about the G5 bullets because they're not out yet. Soon they will be out. Well, I don't know if they'll be out soon, but once they're out, I will do a review on it. And I'm still waiting on this thing. Where the heck is the video? And I'm sure my neighbors are too, because there's still just a cable laying on the ground. It was snowing and there was snow covering it, so it wasn't a big deal. But it's gotten warm over the last couple days, so now this is just still sitting on my tree. And the reason I'm doing that, there's an update coming to hopefully soon to the UNVRs that you'll see what the reason is for after the video comes out. Yeah, it's cool. If you haven't looked at the EA firmware releases for UniFi Talk 2, take a look at that because they're coming out with a couple other cool features. I probably will do a video on that when it comes out, even though it's not released in Canada yet. Have to head out. Have a good day. I will be actually heading out too myself. I got to get going. But everybody, thank you for all the support. That was crazy. Thanks for the new members. Thanks for the, the tips, all of that stuff. And watch out for my videos this week. Hopefully something releases tomorrow firmware wise I could do a video on. I'll be doing the on-site job. On Wednesday, I have to go install an access point at a business I take care of. Thursday, I think I just have some remote, Thursday, Friday, just remote consulting. Anyway, again, thank you for everything, and I will talk to you guys next Sunday during live stream. Take care. Thanks.